Stephanie around town at a new ping pong pop-up at the Jewish Museum of Maryland. Stephanie, how are your ping pong skills?
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. We might see it, or we might, we have some volunteers out, so we'll see how their ping pong skills are. Oh, it's not looking too good already. But yes, this is one of the newest pop-ups here, exhibits at the Jewish Museum of Maryland. And joining us this morning is Sol. He is the executive director of the museum, who can tell us a little bit more about why open court.
Sure. Open court is just an attempt to do something a little more experimental, kind of experiential also, and light and fun. So we're really finding that the sweet spot right now is joyous activities in the museum. So it's just a little something different to get people moving and having some fun.
I love it. Okay, and also, there is a tie between ping pong and the Jewish community. So tell us a little bit about its ties.
Sure. So once we decided to do this installation, we started to really uncover lots of layers of Jewish connection historically to ping pong, from summer camps to day schools to youth groups. We have over 100 years worth of photos in our collections that show Jewish people playing table tennis in a variety of circumstances. And then, of course, Marty Supreme, the movie, came out.
Right, you're right. Okay, so tell us a little bit about that, because a special guest actually came out here, right?
That's right. So one of the actors in Marty Supreme came out here, and that's a movie. It's about the true life of Marty Reisman, who was a Jewish international table tennis champion in the middle of the 20th century.
Yeah. And did you get to play?
I did.
Tell me about your experience.
Yeah, we learned that one of the actors in the role actually works at the Museum of Jewish Heritage in New York. So I reached out and challenged him.
Oh, okay.
I did. He came down here. We had a big kind of public match, like a marquee match, to open up the space. It was a lot of fun.
But who won?
It was respectable. It was competitive. He eked it out.
Oh, okay. So if people want to get their ping pong skills on and just come out here and, for a game, how can they book?
The best way is just to go to the website, jewishmuseumMD.org. You can find information about the installation. You can reserve a table. We're also hosting after hours for groups who want to come out here. So booking across the open hours and as well as evenings.
Perfect. And you guys don't have too long, because this actually leaves next month, May 31st. So make sure you go book it. But coming up in the next half hour, we're going to show you the newest permanent exhibit that you guys can find here. And I'll have that all coming up next. But for now, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right. Now we want to check back in with Stephanie, who's around town at the Jewish Museum of Maryland. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning, Amy. And as you can see, we kind of switched up a little bit, but we're still learning about that rich history within the Jewish community. So we switched up rooms. Tell us where we are right now.
Sure. We're in the Harvey M. Meyerhoff Gallery, which we just inaugurated this Sunday with the opening of this new core exhibition. It's called The Jews of Maryland at the Crossroads of Identity, and it presents a statewide kind of historical survey of the Jewish experience in Maryland over several centuries.
What are some things that people can find inside of here?
So there's a lot in here, covering several centuries again. We're standing inside of this alcove where we're presenting some materials from the Lloyd Street Synagogue, which is on this museum's campus. Mm-hmm. It's the third oldest synagogue in the United States, the first in the state of Maryland. And we're doing a big restoration project there, and we've recently uncovered some pieces of a mural that were painted at the very beginning of the 20th century. Wow. It's a major discovery of this art from the ceiling of the synagogue that we're working to do some preservation and restoration work on now.
And there's also some things, when I was taking a little self-tour myself, things that I learned about the businesses that are still here today and some of the seasonings here. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So there's a section on Jewish industry, and in that space you'll see some of the history of Eddie's of Roland Park, that very beloved market. Atman's Deli, which still exists across the street and is the official deli of this museum, Tulkov's horseradish and tiger sauce, as well as Natty Boh and the Hofberg family's relationship with that beer, and their ownership of the Baltimore Orioles in the 20th century.
Wow. Also, the Obey seasoning, which was acquired by a Jewish man.
Absolutely. It was founded by Gustav Brunn, who was a Jewish-German refugee from Nazi-occupied Europe, who came here and created that seasoning, which has become iconic in Maryland and across the country.
Awesome, and I have so much of it in my cabinet. So, if people want to come and learn more, just facts they don't know, how can they come out to the museum and book a reservation?
So you don't have to book a reservation. The museum is open to the public Sunday through Wednesday. JewishMuseumMD.org, our website, is the best way to find all the information about visiting.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sol. All right, guys, I'm going to send it back to you guys on TV Hill.